Okay, so we're going to start day 11 here. We're going to work on clothes. At least that's the current plan. Probably like a 3.5 or 4 hour session or something today. Not anything crazy long here. I guess we want to get our last fish too, if we can find it. I believe it's somewhere over here, but it's only during certain times, so we're just going to wait. Guess I'll use the bathroom a couple times. Save us a little bit. Let's go get some more fur. We're going to go through and write down all of the requirements for everything we need. And I got to make makers and a whole bunch of stuff. So a little unfortunate, but we will figure it out. It's either 9 or 10. Must be 10. God, we have so much of this. I need nets anymore. Oh, I guess I was using them to like level up my fishing, which we could still do. Guys, we are getting there. It's been a long grind, but we are getting there. Maybe the weather's wrong. Might be a weather thing. Well, while I'm waiting, let me, look this up again. Try 11, I guess. That is not it. Sunny. So that's what it is. Okay, so we'll come back and we'll get that when it's sunny. It's 10 o'clock, sunny. I want to go and write down all of the... like every single material that I need for these clothing items. Which I am not looking forward to doing. Cool. Okay. What is that? Normal cloth? I'm gonna make a spreadsheet. Which is not gonna be very fun for you guys, but at the end of it I'll have like all of the like the exact number of everything that I'm gonna need. Which might already exist. Let me see if it already exists in that guide. Is it in crafting? No. Crops revenue, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not in here. So, I'm going to call this Poot Clothing Resource Requirements. And yeah, this is going to suck. So, cloth. 5. Regular grass. 50. Smooth grass. 50. Mirage grass. 50. What is that? Flexible cloth. 2, and then back up to regular cloth, 2 extra. Yeah, this is going to take a while. I should have done this prior to going live, but might be interesting for some people out there. Tough cloth 4. rabbit cloth. I cannot type. Rabbit cloth 2. Regular cloth 2. Part of it is I just don't know the icons, so once I know that, it'll be a little easier. Smooth cloth 2. Black dye 5. And then I believe that was tough cloth. Blue is tough cloth 2. Mirage cloth is 4, black dye is 15. Oh god, guys, we're not even close to being done with the hats even. Regular cloth 2, tough cloth 2. Tough cloth 2, smooth cloth 2, black dye 5. Is that Mirage cloth? Mirage cloth 4. So 1 regular cloth, 2 tough cloth, 3, what do they call this, twine? One tough, 2 smooth, 5 dye, 3 twine. One tough, 2 smooth, 3 twine, red dye 10, alpaca, no, woolen yarn 6, pink rabbit yarn 6, fun. What's up, Scorpius? Yeah, we are going to be doing well, right now I'm compiling a list of all of the materials that I need, and then we're going to just order as much as we can, because you can order more than one at a time. So I'm literally just going to compile all the resources and just do it all at once. I'm not going to have enough money to do everything, but I'm going to do a bunch of it, yeah. Alpaca yarn 6. 2 and 2. Regular cloth and tough cloth. Gray rabbit cloth 2, Suffolk cloth 2, I should have been writing down the prices as well, but that's a little easier to do. 2 and 2 here, so 2 tough, 2 smooth. 2 regular, 2 tough. Tough cloth sucks. Why do we need so much of it? Two regular, 2 smooth, 2 regular old rabbit cloth. Yellow dye 5. Also, I'm kind of shocked that like a sheet like this doesn't exist already, but I haven't been able to find one, so 2 Mirage, 15 pink dye. So 2 regular, 2 mirage, 2 pink rabbit yarn. Interesting, the plus items, which I have. Rabbit fur plus. Wool plus. Alpaca wool plus. Brown alpaca wool plus. So 3. Oh no, this was 1, 1, and 1. This is 3 and 15. Gray rabbit fur plus 3. Lovely flower crown. Stuff like this that bothers me. Like now I have to make 3 more rows for no reason. Hibiscus, lily, primrose. 1, 1, 1. Pansy. Clematis. Begonia. So clearly some of this we're not going to be able to do. Nemophila. Daisy. Campanula. Some of this we're not going to be able to obtain in the season we're in, so we'll have to wait. We'll have to be buying flowers all the time now. Silk hat. What is that? Tough? No, that's smooth. Smooth and gray rabbit cloth. Okay, very annoying. Very, very annoying. Yeah, I am just not interested in the clothing at all, and I probably won't wear any of it, but I've got to do it. And unfortunately for me, I think there's way more clothes than there are hats. Oh yeah, I suppose you could get the flowers from that guy randomly. Oh god, dude. This is painful. It looks like they're mostly the same. I'm just going to do a separate sheet. I'm going to rename this hats. Now let's make an accessory sheet. So what do we see? We see mortar and glass, and then we see all the dyes. Mortar and glass and all the dyes. And then we've got some random stuff. Iron ore, gold ore. Orichalcum ore, really. Okay, so I will call this, or I guess let's just write down mortar, glass. I don't even know. I don't even know what color dyes there are. Black, red, green, pink, yellow. Black, red, green, pink, yellow. Is that purple or blue? Blue. Interestingly enough, no purple needed. So we'll say iron ingot, gold ingot, or a calcum ingot. So not that many materials, but obviously we're going to need a ton of each one. I'll do the math last on the money. It's no big deal. Okay, so 5 and 5, 5 and 5, and 5 and 5. Looks like everything's just going to need 5, right? 5, 5, and 5. 5, 5, 5. 5, 5, 5. 5, 5, yellow 5. 5, 5, pink 5. 5, 5. 5, 5, red and green. 5, 5, red. 5, 5, blue. 5, 5, green. 5, 5, yellow. 5, 5, pink. 5 and 5, nothing. 5, 5, red and green. 5, 5, red. 5, 5, blue. This is so obnoxious. We're not even halfway done. Gonna need to add more columns. 5, 5, and green. Have to add a lot more columns. Yeah, the glasses, this is so many items to make. Like, they're not expensive, but it's just so much to keep track of. I should just make, like, an infinity amount of all of these and not worry about exact counts, but I've already come too far, I think. 5, 5 in yellow. 5, 5 in pink. 5, 5. 5, 5, red, green. 5, 5, red. 5, 5, and blue. 5, 5, and green. 5, 5, and yellow. 5, 5, and pink. So 5 iron ingots and then empty bottle. This one I don't even know where that comes from. I'm assuming I fish it up. Five, 5. Oh no, just kidding. 5 glass, 5 iron. 5 glass, 5 iron, red, green. 5 glass, 5 iron. 5 glass, 2 iron. 5 glass, 5 gold. 5 glass, 3 iron, 3 gold, 10 black. Three glass, 1, 1, and 10. And we've got 5 glass, 50 black dye, 5 gold, 1 orichalcum. Okay, I am done with the accessories. Oh, yeah. It is silver. There is no iron. You're right. Good call. Got bottles from item bags before. That's good to know. Yeah, it's so many materials. It's like, this is like borderline unenjoyable. And then I still have to add up all of the money. And this list is just, this is so many things. Like, this is so many things. This is going to take me like 20 minutes to do. And I don't want to do it. Outfits. I'm going to copy over the list I made from the hats, except I'm not going to copy over the what's it called? The flowers. Yeah, I've been live for 28 minutes and I've done nothing but add up resources. Kind of obnoxious. 2. Oh, that's not... Is that cloth? That is cloth, right? Yeah, okay. 2, 4, 4, is that tough cloth? Is that flexible cloth? What is that? Flexible cloth. That sucks, because I thought that was tough cloth, and I think for the hats, I put a bunch of tough cloth into flexible cloth. And I don't want to redo it. White. White dye, white dye, white dye. I am gonna sort these, I guess. Probably now is the best time to do it. White dye, we didn't actually have on our list, of course. We had black dye. Black dye 5, white dye 5. Regular cloth 4. Red dye 5, twine 2. You know, it might actually, we might just be better served, Scorpius. I think you're right. Like, I'm probably better served just processing everything I have, and then we will pick out the stragglers instead of doing this, because this is just... There's no way I want to do this. I am going to go in and out of here a few times to try to wipe out these events. Yeah, I'm going to process everything that I have, and then that's going to be, we're going to have to make that good enough. I really wanted to get it all done at once, plus having totals is a good thing. But I just don't have it in me. Plus, I'm still missing a few outfits in there, like the wedding outfits and stuff, so I wouldn't even have, like, total complete list. But I truly don't even know how to process said materials, so we got to work on that too. Like, I'm pretty sure I need grass, a lot of grass for various things. Let's sleep till a sunny day. Let's get that fish out of the way so I can put all my fishing stuff away. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. I'll probably fish in, but like I'll process a bunch of stuff, then fish until it's done. Keep doing it. Yeah, I need to see what makers I even have. I will probably opt to make a few extras just to speed it up. We got it. We have done it on a day when the thing is closed. That's fine. Where can I put my fishing stuff where it will be out of the way? This looks fine to me. Yeah, so I literally don't think I have any of those makers out. I think they're all away. So let's figure that out. Those are seed makers. Yarn maker. Spore maker. Textile maker, thread maker, dye maker. Oh, here's the giant one. Giant thread maker. Hey, what's up? It's going. Not gonna say it's going great, but it's going. It's a mayo maker. Okay. Man, this is frustrating. We're starting on this today. All of this stuff is what we're starting on. And I would be lying if I said I wanted to. But that is just where we're at right now. Well, let's get the giant maker out first. That's the most important thing. Actually, don't think I need the dye maker out right this second. Do I really not have a good place to put this? That's fine. Doubt it fits here either, but let's find out. Oh, hey. What about here? Can I fit it here? Yes, I can. Okay. Cool. So I'm just going to start making everything I can, I guess. Textile maker. I don't know what goes in there. Oh, I still have more stuff to put out. I did not plan on that. Okay. Grass-based thread goes into the textile maker. Okay. Guys, there's not enough bag room for this. You need a cloth maker to process the wool-based yarn. What is a cloth maker? This? I feel like I have one of these. Maybe not. Yeah, it's just not intuitive at all, which I dislike. Solid lumber. I would be fine with it if it was intuitive, but it's not. So therefore I don't like it. And that's part of the reason I just did not want to work on clothing at all, because I don't understand it. Where did I put the rest of my floor? There it is. Wait, I had a cloth maker. Oh no, there it is. That's a different thing. Okay. Alright, that works. Oops. Okay, so I should go order the clothing items that need the raw materials. So that way I don't accidentally process stuff that I don't need to process. Are these clowns closed today? What's going on? Of course you are. Yeah, I tried my best to have everything separated into different boxes, but like I was doing like all minerals and all wood and all wood and grass in another, and then that was just like nowhere near enough. Cool. I still can't do anything with this, I guess. Oh, I need my other stuff. Yeah, that's just way too complicated. Like, way, 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 way too complicated. So instead, what I'm going to do is not think about it. Keep making random items until that list is nothing. Realizing now that I can only catch a few things before I've got to sell my stuff. Let's put away this milk and wood. And it would help me if I had my other grasses out as well, but there is just not enough bag room. Go donate that grouper today. Gotta catch 1,000 fish anyway, so let's just do it. Yeah, the idea was that I was going to write down and have a total list of all the resources that I needed. And then I would just go there with everything in my bags and say, okay, this is it. However, just writing down the items alone was going to take way longer than it was worth. Yes, they do not. And for whatever genius decided that, you suck. So my last 2 fishes are in other seasons. Oh, I meant to also go order those few things yesterday. Well, congratulations on the new job. Yeah, I had to take a break from the game last week because I just had like one of the longest work weeks of my life. It was really bad. And I've sort of caught up. But even so, I'm not going to put as much time into it as I was. Because I was putting a lot of time into it. Yo, what's up, Desert? Winter weekend theme. Yeah, Desert, you might want to second guess being in here. We're working on clothing today. And catching 1,000 fish. It honestly might be, like, worth it for me to, it might be worth it for me to just not, or for me to make, like, 20 of each of the makers, even though I really don't want to. Like, just to really start plowing through this stuff. Yeah, I really, really don't want to do that. But I think it might be something I should do. I mean, heck, might as well order these, right? While I'm here. Yo, you are not going to kick me out to the menu every time. Unbelievable. That's cool. I guess not. Yeah, the flower crowns are cool. Oh, and I have nothing of these because I did not have any glass with me. Alright, well I guess the rest of it can get processed then. Yeah, honestly, I think it is asking a little too much. Sorry, I closed my Google Hangouts. I realized that was, pinging. Ooh, plus items just get turned into 3 yarn balls, or no? It's the same. Oh no, they do get turned into 3 instead of 1. Okay, well that's good. That's a use for them, I guess. Yeah, I don't even know, like, the act of actually building 20 of these is like, that is just a task all on its own. Like, I'd have to get out my ingot makers to buy or to make a bunch of iron ingots. it's just a task. Like, I don't know if I want to put myself through that. At the same time, like, I don't really have a choice. Yikes. All of these are just major yikes. I mean, like, I definitely 100% have the space for them all cleared out already. Like, I can pick up all my beehives and mushroom logs, and I can put all of my makers in this space. But I just don't feel like crafting 20 makers. Like, not even close. I feel like crafting 0 makers right now. Can't even fit my stuff in one box. So here, what do we need for textile maker? No, let's start up here. Thread maker. 10 twine and 10 regular logs. I definitely don't have enough grass. Use my grass for other things. Because I don't have enough twine. No, I'll never build the lumber makers. I will never do it. Or the giant makers, I mean. They're not worth the cost. I will never do it. If they want to give me some for free, that's fine. Otherwise, I'll just never do it. If they literally cut the giant maker requirements in half, I still wouldn't make them. Like, the giant makers should literally be 3 times the resource of the regular maker, not 100 times the cost. It doesn't make sense. They usually make things 3 times as fast. remember what I was making. Thread maker. Yeah, I wish they would do that too. I understand why they don't, but I wish they would. So like this, right? Like, I can't even do it until I get a bunch of thread. I can't build 20 of these. And then I've got to put out all of my iron, or my ingot makers to get iron ingots. So that's going to take forever to do. And this one is also bad, just because I need ingots. What else do I need? There's 4 makers, right? So you have cloth maker, yarn maker, textile maker, and thread maker. So that's the yarn maker. That one's gonna suck. That's the textile maker. Where's the other thing? Oh, okay. Thread, textile. Yarn, cloth. Yeah, all of these are gonna suck. Like, majorly. Well, I guess first things first, right? I've got to get, I've got to get the, ingot makers back out. What's up, Sam? Which, like, I guess, you know, theoretically my own fault for putting these ingot makers away in the first place. Or I guess I never really put them... I never put them back out once I rearranged everything. Oh, that's the thing is, like, I'm never going to sell this stuff. I'm considering selling the beehives just because I can go buy more if I need them. No reason to keep the beehives or the logs because I no longer need them. Theoretically, no longer need them. And if I do need them again, I can just buy them. We have another empty box. So yeah, now I'm going to be making iron ore and silver ore. I already have some silver ingots, so maybe I don't need to make too many of those. We'll start with iron. Ooh, good luck, Sam. Oh, did I put my grass away? Why would I do that? I don't even know what the current time is. All I know is 90% of my runs were done before the loading screen patch. So feel free to knock those all down. Yeah, I think it was like a very small difference, but it is a few frames. I'm putting that thread away, did I? I don't think so. Oh, okay. Alright, so I am now making a bunch of stuff per day. I think the worst part about this is knowing that as soon as I finish 100%, they're going to release like the Maker update where you can queue stuff, and they're going to make it, you know, a whole lot easier for everybody. I mean, like, it'll be fine, because I'll still have done it. I'll still feel accomplished, but I am going to be, like, low-key pretty salty. I mean, I'm fine with it. It's not really a huge deal. Ugh. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, I don't blame anybody for wanting to wait. I mean, at this point, like, even me, like, I feel like I've done everything I really wanted to do. You know, the clothing is whatever. I finish the animals. I can finish the fishing relatively soon. I really don't care about the clothing, but I'm just doing it because I know if I don't, people are going to be like, oh, you didn't complete the game. Which is true. if the game was 100% of the things that I want to do, then I think I already would have been done. But I'm trying to finish it all, despite not enjoying some of this stuff, just because it's not my cup of tea. I'm gonna go get my peaches, I think. We need some more money. Oh. Yeah, I suppose, like, I'm saving the best for last in some regard. Like, not really in terms of catching 1,000 fish, which is going to be the last thing I do. But, like, the main reason I play this game, and I play this series, is for, like, the romance aspect, and I have not even touched on it in this playthrough yet. So that is, that's still something I want to do. So I'm not, like, done. There's still some stuff to do, but the stuff I'm currently on is just an extreme slog. Is that a song, Sam? I think that's like a cool 100,000. I don't remember exactly. I think I was getting 100,000 for my peaches. I have never heard or have any idea what Millions of Peaches is. What did O'Malley post? I can't see it. Somebody do the math for me. Can I make 20 of these? No, clearly not. I need more thread. What did O'Malley post? Got a thing. Oh, he's got a tattoo. Oh, he's got a Harvest Moon tattoo. Intriguing. I can't pull it up because I'm using desktop audio for my game. Peaches, Presidents of the United States of America. Oh, God. Yeah, of course I know this song. Of course I know that song. I just did not... I did not recognize the line "Millions of Peaches." I had to hear the first sentence, and then I'm like, yeah, I know this. When is the River King tattoo? Desert, for the low price of 200 gift subs, I will get a River King tattoo. I don't even know, like, I'm gonna take a brief break here to type in River King and see what it is I would even get a tattoo of. River King game. Oh, I know. I need to get the actual Oh, you know what I'm talking about, right, Desert? Like the actual River King from the first game. How it's just like a big, ugly eel. I can't find a picture of it right this second, but... or the frog. The frog, but what it's translated to in English. You know what I mean? No, River King is actually legit. And yeah, because it was Natsume, the early translations were god-awful, which is part of its charm. I have... Where is it? Where is it? Literally, in my Game Boy Advance, right here, I had this game literally sitting inside of it. Good game. Before I do this, do I have room? Alright, so I'm just going to replace my what's it called for now. Guys, in what way does it make sense? Do I want thread maker next to my textile maker? And then yarn next to my yarn maker next to my cloth maker? Yes, that's what we want. Okay. Alright, what's the new runaround, Desert? Because we all know you got totally and 100% scammed big time. I only made 12. How do I have 13? Did I really make one extra? What do you think about that, Desert? You think you're getting majorly big time scammed? Because I do. I would just immediately screenshot that and send it to eBay. Yarn maker requires solid lumber and glass. Solid lumber we have. We have enough of these for 20. This we have a problem. What's up, Vicky? Solid lumber, solid lumber. Yeah, we have a big time problem here. I'm actually gonna start making silver as well. Desert, literally just report it to eBay. Tell them the guy is trying to extort you for more money. They will contact the guy and you will get your disc. It's not a big deal. Don't get scammed, please. I am begging you not to get scammed. Where are my lumber makers? Hello. No, buying off eBay is amazing. I bought several things off eBay. Desert, I had an eBay arrival as well, which is something you and I talked about. Do I need more? It's impossible for you to actually have a real problem on eBay, because eBay is always going to side with the seller, or I'm sorry, with the buyer. eBay rival? What do you mean, eBay rival? I'm so confused. Did I say rival? Well, I guess aside from, like, bid wars. Did I say the word rival? Am I that out of it today? I don't have an eBay rival. Oh, yes. Okay, yes, that is it. I said eBay arrival. Desert, refund the lady her points, please. If that's even something you can do. I'll try. Pretty sure it's just on the dashboard, right? The moderator dashboard somehow. I actually don't know how to get to the moderator dashboard. Like, I don't know what the link is. So yeah, I don't know how to get to the moderator dashboard of my own stream. Oh, I opened my reward queue. Possibly. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. Well, good. I'm glad we got that figured out. I guess I'm going to keep making these. But yeah, Vicky, to explain that a little further, like, eBay is very safe, and it's Desert's own fault for putting in the wrong address. He's lucky he even got as far as he did. And I usually don't look for stuff that only allows bids. I usually am looking for buy it now stuff. And it's pretty easy to find some good deals on there. It's my pitch. Okay, so yarn maker and then glass, which we have already. Conveniently, we have exactly how much we need. Yes, I'm saying you shouldn't be scared because there are many protections. However, I understand being scared, because I used to be scared too back in 1997 when eBay first launched. But yeah, I've probably spent thousands of dollars on eBay over the years. You're right. I can specifically remember buying my first few things off of eBay using my dad's account because I was too young. What's up, Marna? We're working on getting makers set up because I realize I don't have enough makers for like cloth type stuff. I didn't realize I was going to need 80 makers, 20 of each, in order to make this not a miserable experience. So that's what we're working on. We're working on making 20 of each maker. Vicky, I can actually tell you, I actually still have it. I don't know where it is. But I can actually tell you directly what my first eBay purchase was, literally back when I was like 10 or 11. It was like a Dragon Ball Z Bandai figurine, like that they were only selling in Japan. And this is back before you could like go to your local mall and go to like the Japanese store and pick something up. Like, this was a big deal. I will find you the exact thing. It was Super Saiyan Trunks. Dragon Ball Z Bandai figure. Let's see if I can find you a picture of the exact thing I bought when I was like 10. These are all like new. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to find this like super old version. Oh, just kidding. I totally found it. It was this. This is literally exactly the thing that I bought. This exact thing. And I still have it somewhere. It's in a box somewhere. I don't know where we put it after I moved, but I still have it for sure. Desert, you can't tell me that thing isn't amazing. Yeah, but I'm not like an action figure connoisseur or anything. I just wanted Dragon Ball Z toys, and at the time there wasn't really an option for that in America. But yeah, I've spent way more money on eBay on video games. Because we're kind of in the same boat. Like, I can't go to the store and buy an NES game. Like, I have to buy it on eBay. Vicky, if you don't know what Trunks is, you are just missing out. Probably the coolest anime anything ever. And I'm not even a weeb. because literally nothing has come close since Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, Desert, that makes sense. You only know DBZ because of DBZ Abridged. Hey, that's fair. I would say that in any year. I was, like, on the path to being a weeb. Yeah, dude. Yeah, if you buy regularly from the same seller, they will remember your name. Yeah, I was like on the path to being a weeb when I was like 10, 11, 12 years old. Because I was like, oh, Dragon Ball Z is sick. What else is out there? And, you know, I'm watching Gundam Wing and Trigun and, oh, God, I don't even know, Hellsing. Yeah, just a ton of stuff. All the stuff that was on Toonami and anything else I can get my hands on. And then I realized, like, wait a minute. Literally nothing is as good as Dragon Ball Z. So I very quickly went from, like, the path of the weeb to, like, no, I'm actually just a Dragon Ball Z fan. He gave you a ramen recipe? That's funny. Okay, so let's figure this out. We still do have some room down here. I wonder if it's worth my while to, like, extend this out somewhat. I don't want to, like, run out of room. And I genuinely do want all of my stuff put together. Blue feathers are still a thing, yes. Also, if you've heard anything about the game and it was negative, then it was just like a whiny internet baby. And if you heard anything and it was positive, then that is a fine OG Harvest Moon / Story of Seasons fan. Yeah, Marna, I wrote that down, and I haven't seen one in a very long time. I think I've only ever seen one, and I sold it a long time ago. Yeah, no, I mean, like, I'm not trying to be, like, a mean person. But if there are people out there who don't like the game, then they just don't understand the series, and that's not, like, a problem. Like, that's fine. But it is what it is. Can we do 5? Can we fit 5 across here? I think we... no, we cannot. 4 it is. Treasure bags or the Journey Sprite. Okay. Well, that would explain why I haven't seen one in a while. Marna, I'm literally just making 20 of everything. I understand your reasoning. I do. But I also have plus items that are going to give me 3 out of 1. Okay, no, Vicky, no. There are limits. There are limits to different... Okay? This game is different in a good way. Okay, so we did not yet make 20 of these. We can make 20 of them, but now I want to look at this, right? We need more glass, is what we need. I am a fan of the series in general. However, there are definitely entries in the series that I think are absolutely terrible. And I can't be the only one. Because, like, they never made another game like A Wonderful Life. And that's for a reason. And I'm not knocking people who like it. Which one, Vicky? Oh, yeah, so, like, I would never say that this game is, flawless. I'm literally sitting here just absolutely disliking what I'm currently doing. But, that being said, the game is so good in other regards that I'm willing to overlook this, like, boring completionist stuff that I don't like. I'm still looking forward to figuring out Islands of Happiness because I've never really given it a real shot. So I'm interested to see just how it is. I mean, like, just based off the controls alone, I can tell you that it is a, definitely an interesting one. And I will probably get very frustrated at certain aspects of it. Sam, I am in that same boat as you. I played a ton of Friends of Mineral Town when I was little. But as far as all the stuff on the DS and the 3DS, I have almost nothing. Alright, we need more wood. Yeah, the reason I didn't play the 3DS games is because I just did not like the 3DS overall. I owned a 3DS, but I owned very few games for it. I didn't enjoy it. Yeah, every time we get into these conversations about, like, whether or not the 3DS games were good or not, like, I don't have a ton of input. Like, I did not play them enough. But my animals are angry. Hopefully they ate today. I'll be sad if they're all mad. Please don't be mad. Oh, thank God. You know what? You guys can just deal with it. Oh, wait. They actually don't have food. No, 64 is the best game in the series by far. Yeah, 64 is not a perfect game. But it is a very good game. Yeah, I'll always prefer the characters in 64. That's like the canon relationships to me. Yeah, I would change a few things about 64. I would put the time and the date on the screen. I would put whether or not it's a festival on the screen. I would make it so that you could use the C buttons to take stuff out of your bag without going into the menu. It's basically it. Like, those things would improve the game. Oh, I guess I would flesh out the recipe system. Yeah, I'm actually fine with it. If they were to remake 64 and take out all the fun stuff, I would still play it forever. Yeah, they've got to keep the album in there. Oh man, imagine if they released the remake and they had Photo Album 2 in there. Or like 32 photos. Did I really screw this up again? I truly did. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they missed stuff, honestly. Oh, I didn't even think about that. If they remake Harvest Moon 64, we're going to get 5 more marriages. I mean, he would be. He's a rival. Princess Vanilla, yes. I want to marry all 3 sprites. That's what I want. I don't know why I'm putting these down. I'm going to be removing them soon. Well, I guess it saves me time for having to clear it again. Oh yeah, Goddess and Kappa are both in 64 as well. Yeah, I'm not sure why this game didn't have the Goddess, Love It, Jacopo, Beth. There were so many choices. Sam, I agree. I completely agree. Okay, so we need 8 more textile makers. We need 8 more yarn makers. And we need 12 more thread makers. Yeah, Scorpius, like, that might be the case. Maybe they should not make a crappy special candidate. Then that wouldn't happen to him. Yeah, I want to marry Victor and take over the town. That's what I want. So I have 2. I don't know why they would ever make it so you can't have children with certain candidates. That doesn't make sense. Before I keep doing this, I want to make sure I don't overmake anything. I mean, I understand that there are people in real life who, like, don't want to have children, right? Like, I do get that. At the same time, though, like, it's a game, you know? Like, you are so stunningly attractive that you can turn everybody bisexual, but you can't, like, coerce people into having kids? That doesn't make sense. Alright, 4 more of these, which I can't do yet. Yeah, Marna, it's really that simple. Like, all they have to do is do it correctly. They have the formula. Like, why don't they just do it correctly? Well, Sam, I'm glad it looks satisfying to you, because it looks very ugly to me. However, it's not going to look ugly when we're making 20 of each thing per day. That's going to look pretty awesome. And if only the island wasn't shaped funny, or the coast here, because I can't put makers like over here, so I had to make this one extra row. So instead of 5 by 4, it was 4 by 5. Alright, so I also need... I guess we'll figure this out separately here. Just gonna finish my yarn maker. We'll do these one at a time. I could move everything over one, but I really don't want to do that. That would be a lot of moving. Oh my god. Probably faster to just go use the bathroom, right? Than to stand around and wait for it. Yeah, I'm aware. I was looking at it. Although I don't have to worry about the wedding outfits yet. Because I haven't gotten married, so I can't make them yet. Alright, 20 yarn makers. Textile makers. I need 5 more textile makers. Fortunately enough, I can literally make 5 of them. And now, I need to make 10 more thread makers. Which we can do. All right, we've done it. We have officially done it. So we need 12. That's it. That's 20 of each. Whoops. And now we can start playing the game. Hopefully these are easy to pick up after I place these. Marna, when is the next Love It stream? I've been patiently waiting. I was out of town when you did the first stream, so I was like in and out. We did miss one. We're literally missing one. Wait. Let's make sure I'm correct here. Yeah, we're missing one. Where did it go? I mean, I know I can literally, like, make one more. I don't know if that's possible, Marna. Got it. Like, watching the game with no pressure to play it myself, that is the dream. But I understand work obligations. My entire last week was just absolutely brutal. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, today we embark on a task 2.5 hours in the making. We are going to be making 20 of each thing. Technically, we are 49 hours in the making. No, I need that. This is the moment you have all been waiting for, I'm sure. All right, let's get all my stuff out of here. I'm going to leave the plus items in here for now. I don't think I need them at the moment. Same thing with these other cloths. Since I'm not making the other grass yet. Plus items, plus items, plus items. I have not done any Love It stuff yet. Love It will probably be after close, which means Love It is going to be several days from now. Oh my lord, look at all this thread. Oh my lord. Just make a little bit of everything, screw it. Why not? I honestly feel like so much better making... This would have taken me like 20 days to do. Now I'm doing it in one day. And then periodically I'm just going to run up and order as many clothes as I can. And then like once the list shrinks to a significantly smaller amount, then we can worry about it. Because at the moment, I am not worried about it. You noticed that grasses process at different times? Oh yeah, everything does that. The ingots do that too. I'm not going to wait around for even the slow stuff. I'm just going to sleep. I did want to... Today I'll do it. I'll go to the flower shop. I want to buy those flowers to make the flower crown. Just kidding. Today's a festival. Tomorrow I'll do it. Oh, it's beautiful. Tomorrow I'll buy more fodder as well. I need to. Oh, it's beautiful. Cool, cool, cool. Let's just do like 2 at a time for now. Oh, I guess I'm only doing 1. Let's just do 1 at a time for now. Oh, boy. Okay. Yeah, I really do feel like there was no need for this middle step here. Like, I'm not really sure why I can't go wool into cloth. Kind of weird. Also, I need to figure out the dyes that I'm missing. Literally just gonna buy like 2 of every flower. Oh, my dye maker's in one of these. Not what I meant to do. I have some of them, and I just don't know. I'm missing some dyes, and I don't know what flowers give what dyes. That's my current dilemma. Oh, I need to buy fodder today. Oh, Lynn cutscene. Acid 32. Thank you for the Soldier Boy freestyle. How are you doing, Anthony? Black, purple, pink, white. There are a few. What's up, dude? What games are you playing currently? Get on that league, bro. I mean, what do you wanna play, dude? I only played Dominion, and they took it away from me. Yeah, I know I got purple. I did something with the dye maker. All right. This is what I've currently got, which I should probably just buy like 100 of each of these right now, because I know I need a bunch of them for clothes. I need pink, white, and black. So do you think begonia is going to give me pink? course. Not really much I can do about this. Let's go order a bunch of stuff. No, they're closed Thursdays. We can't do that. No, I didn't save anything. Oh, I feel like I should make a new box. Oh, I used them all. Well, what else can I make boxes out of? Do I have regular lumber? No, I do not. I don't think I have any rocks. I'm pretty sure I've used all the rocks. Oh, mortar? Can I... What about mortar? Is there not a mortar box? Oh, I just don't have enough room. Okay. I'm going to put... Well, first of all, let's get rid of my flooring. I'm going to be focused on dyes, right? Dyes and flowers. So let's put all of that in here for now. I need to buy fodder. Another Lynn cutscene. Oh, just kidding. Cindy cutscene, I guess. I have 2 of that. Pretty sure I bought all the dies. I don't know if I'll need this, but I probably will. I guess I left corn in here. I don't remember that at all. Well, I think I was in, or I thought I was in the shipping bin. Losing my mind. Let me pull up my list that I was making. Oh. Oh, I need a whole collection of things. So I'll just leave the flowers in there for now. Oh, actually, I cannot do what I want to do, because they're closed on Thursday. Now I can buy pink. which I will go and do today. Alright, so nothing is going to give me white dye. I might have to wait till autumn for white dye. I really don't know how much of this I'm gonna need. Versus this. Don't want to overmake, because that would just be a waste of time. Oh. It's kind of weird playing for so long and not getting any titles at all. Get some of Laura's events out of the way. Laura and Amelia, possibly. Maybe I already have. Ooh, did I put... I don't think I did. Yeah, I'm not sure, Marna. Like, I've got to marry Damon, then divorce him. I've got to marry Reyna, then divorce her. And then, like, I don't know if I want to even bother marrying Iori at all because, you know, the guy doesn't stay in your encyclopedia. Or maybe I just want to marry Iori. Maybe I want to marry Iori and just do all the kid achievements or whatever, like, with him. And then just hope they fix it. I don't know. It's hard to say. Or do all the kid I don't want to do all the kid achievements and have the kid go poof. What's up, Desert? Yeah. The assassin doesn't show up in the game world until you marry Iori. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the kid thing. That's just what I read. Alright, let's make some of this stuff. I mean, it's got to be done. There is no way around it. It's got to be done. Didn't I already make this stuff? Does it not leave the... Do I have to, like, pay attention to this? I already made these things. Can you make it more than once? Why would you ever do that? I'm 100% that I made them. I can show you. What was it? Farm skirt and green overalls? Oh, maybe I didn't? I could have swore I did, man. Well, I guess I can see if the white cowgirl duds appear. Maybe you can't order more than one of the things at the same time? White cowgirl duds. White cowboy duds. So it looks like I really have to focus on making that other type of cloth. The crappy cloth is used for almost nothing. Alright, so you guys saw that I ordered farm skirt and green overalls. Yes, you guys literally saw it. And striped short overalls. And brown sweater and mini skirt. That's all I can make today. Yeah, I mean, it's also just nonsensical for him to leave, because if he left when you and Iori had a kid, he would essentially only ever be there for like 30 days. Which is really silly when you think about it. I mean, maybe that could count, right? Like, even if I decide to marry Blair, I can take a picture of the assassin to prove that I married Iori at some point and had him in my encyclopedia. Like, fake little proof. I am probably only going for like another 15 minutes or so tonight. I am pretty pooped. But we did get a ton done today in terms of making makers. So that's good. Yeah, I need to do that as well. This game really kind of screwed up my sleeping schedule. Which isn't that bad, and I've been fixing it recently. I am going to... I'm going to go pick up my clothes today, make sure that stuff is leaving the menu properly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the animals are okay. I put more fodder in there. I should be going and getting more, like, wool and stuff every 4 days, but I don't technically know if I need more. And I won't know until I start running out. Yeah, they're okay. Like, I don't want to keep shearing the animals if I'm, like, done with wool, you know? Ugh. I guess they did leave the menu. Clothes are in the encyclopedia, right? Like, I'm not doing this for no reason. Because if clothes aren't in the encyclopedia, I'm going to feel pretty silly. Clothes are a title reward, okay. But are they in the encyclopedia? Like, can I look at a list of stuff? No. They are not in the encyclopedia. Okay, but they are a title reward. Yes, I know they're in the dresser. Where are they? Here they are. 100 articles of clothing. Kill me now. I mean, if we're making 100, we might as well go all the way, right? Spring has sprung. We cannot do flowers today. because the flower shop is closed on Monday. Wait a minute, no, it'll be a Sunday, right? Yeah, okay, we'll do flowers today. I mean, I could call this, 100% encyclopedia, 100% titles. That saves me a bit. Though then we have to decide if 100% encyclopedia means biggest and smallest of each fish. Yeah, I'll do my best. I don't know when that mystery update's going to happen on the English version, which might just totally screw me. Yeah, I think this might be the last day I play. I'm getting a little sore in my back and shoulders. My eyes are getting a little heavy. And I certainly don't want to burn myself out. I'll put the die away for now. Nothing ready. Alright, I think that is going to be it for me today. Thank you everybody for watching, I appreciate it. I do think I will be back on tomorrow evening, probably for a stream about the same length as today. And we'll continue close. Now that it's spring, I have to look into the fish as well to see if I can get the last ones that I'm missing. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll continue working on close, and yeah, that's pretty much going to be it tomorrow, I'm sure. Yeah, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I will we'll see you guys tomorrow.